Hi guys, today I'm here with my Sephora VIB sale haul. I just got the box, so I figured I might as well try it on with you. We can play around. I didn't get like a ton, like not enough for a complete full face, but I figured it would be more interesting for me and for you to kind of try it on, show you what I got, and I'm pretty excited about a bunch of the things, a bunch of Sephora Collection, a bunch of face products. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Sephora Collection has launched a bunch of products. I'm a huge fan of the Sephora Collection cream lip stains. I love their eyeshadow palettes. I love a lot of what they do. So when I saw that they launched some new skincare, I thought it was pretty exciting and a really good price. So the first thing I'm going to put on my face is the Sephora Collection Vitamins C and E Ultra Glow Serum. So into serums lately, so into vitamin C, so into glow. So I thought that this sounded great. This was $26 Canadian. You're getting a full fluid ounce in here, 97% ingredients from natural origins. So let's go ahead and start with this guy. I have a bare face right now, and it says it's a, where is the English? I feel like I got a French one because the French comes first, but it says a cocktail of natural vitamin C and E from potato and tapioca and sunflower, known to bring glow to the skin and protect skin from external aggressors. I'm curious. I feel like it's going to be oily, but I don't know. Let's see what the texture is like. And I'm also about to put like a bunch of products on my face. I don't know if I would necessarily always do it in this order, but for the purpose of the video, I figure we might as well. It has a pretty light scent. I don't think it claims to be unscented, but it feels really watery actually, much lighter than I was expecting it to feel. It's kind of like, yeah, it's really watery actually. I think if you have oily skin, you'll like this. It isn't fragrance free, and I believe that, is Sephora Collection cruelty free? I don't see it here, but it says this bottle is made from 100% recyclable glass. Cardboard comes from sustainably managed forests with vegetable ink, so that's cool. But yeah, the texture of this is really nice. It's much lighter than I was expecting it to be, so far so good. Also made in France, so very fancy. And then the next thing I tried, this is a mini, so this is the 30 milliliters, but it's still a full fluid ounce. This was $13 Canadian, made in France, and this is the Hyaluronic Acid All Day Hydrator. Hydrate Plus Glow. The line has a ton of different products. These are the only two that I decided to try out first, but I thought that this was a good size to try to see if I liked it, and also could be good for travel. And this says it can be used AM or PM, apply to face and neck, and again it has kind of the sustainable packaging. Curious about this. It has like a white base, but okay, good. I was afraid it was going to be too thick because it kind of looked like it would be a little bit thick. I wouldn't say it's a gel cream if you're a fan of the gel cream like myself. The texture is a little bit thicker, but it doesn't feel too thick. If you have crazy oily skin, this might be a nice one for night. If you have more combo normal, this could be a good one for the day. And hyaluronic acid is a great ingredient for any skin type, but especially oily skin if you're looking to hydrate, because it's all generally quite light, the products that have it. Okay, so that feels good. I'm pretty pumped about this. I wish it had SPF. That would be just the cherry on top. But so far, those products feel really, really nice. I am curious to try a few of their other products, but I just wanted to start slow. Up next, I could not resist the Farsali Liquid Glass. I thought it was called Glass Skin. I have been really, really enjoying the primer. What is it called? The one in the teal bottle. I really like the formula. I don't love that it comes in a glass dropper. And I actually realized the other day, I don't know why it came to me, but I was like, I should have included that in my favorite primers video because I do really love that. So you'll see that in another one. But I wanted to try this. This is kind of like serum slash primer. So although I did a serum and moisturizer, I'm treating this like a primer today. And I think that's generally how I would do it, but so this has hyaluronic acid in it as well, and it says use as a skin radiating serum or a primer before makeup application or layered with skincare. And oh no. So let's just try it out. I think this is going to be a better formula than the primer in terms of a dropper application. Like I get why the dropper is like, I like droppers. Like I get, they're very Instagram-y, but at the same time, like I've started using more facial oils, and it is really nice to not put it out directly onto your hands because you might lose product, and you just get it directly on your face. So I'm just gonna put it on this side of my face. We'll see if it makes any difference. I love Farah Dukai. Her and her husband are the ones who started this brand. I'm pretty sure it was her and her husband. But I've been watching her for years and years and years and years, and it's really cool to see like what they've done. But the products always appeal to me so much, but they're so expensive in Canada. It's like $67, I think, and you are getting a full fluid ounce. It looks quite small in the packaging, but it's still a lot of money. But I really like that primer, and they've just come out with a mask that looks crazy. It has like little blue kind of jelly bits in it. What I like about it, and from what I can see anyways, it feels like it's very Instagram focused, but it's still actually good. You know what I mean? Like it has that Instagram appeal, but it's not just a ton of BS. Anyways, in that primer that I tried. So this side has been glass skinned. Is that what this is called? Glass skinned? Liquid glass! Oh my god. This is not liquid glass. Liquid glass? Not liquid glass. And the thing like I feel about this kind of product, I don't know, I'm gonna have to test it out. It feels like it's going to be a nice base because it is a little bit sticky. It is adding some glow. I feel like this would be nice to add into foundations as well. But the same with like that new Milk primer and everything. These are beautiful and they look good on Instagram. But the people who are like advertising them have amazing skin. And my skin is also in a really good place right now. So that's why I am trying out more products like this. When I had a ton of acne, and it's not that you can't do it, you can do whatever the hell you want, because I did when I had a bunch of acne on my face, and people love to tell me not to wear highlighter and etc, do whatever you want. But in my comfort level, I wasn't doing a whole lot of bare face, and I didn't want to put a bunch of a glowy product on my face and be like, ooh, look at my glowing skin, but also here's my cystic acne. So, but it could be a nice product to kind of lighten up a foundation in terms of the coverage, and it is kind of has that sticky, but not too sticky base. Like I don't think I would necessarily wear this on its own. Like they said, I feel like I would more so mix it in with a product. I'm talking so much. Okay, let's move on to my complexion products. I bought 3, and I should have asked you which one to use on like Twitter or something, but I just got this package. So let's put a little stripe of all 3 of these on my face. I bought all of these basically blind, trying to figure out what my shade was online. So I picked up the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Oil Free. This is the lightweight flawless coverage. I think this is one of the most classic tinted moisturizers out there. The NARS one that I reviewed recently is also very popular. So I grabbed this in the shade Almond, and it says it's oil-free, perfect blend of skincare and makeup, lightweight formula, helps to control oil, oil breakthrough, gives a sheer tint for a hint of color, and blah blah blah. And I plan to review every single one of these, so just stay tuned for that. Then the next one, I thought this was really interesting because it's a gel cream, but it's like a tinted moisturizer. And I love gel creams for just regular moisturizers. So Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, the Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. This has an SPF of 30 in there, and it is ophthalmologist tested, hypoallergenic. It has electrolytes in there to energize the skin, no oils, silicones, parabens, or fragrance in there. And then the last one, this is a bit of a last minute ad, but this is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. And yeah, this was so expensive. And like I've said 100,000 times, it is so hard to match myself. Like, I know the struggle of going to, you know, wanting to purchase a foundation. I like to buy most of my foundations, all my makeup online, if that's my preference. Like, I like to use my Ebates, and I just don't like to go to the mall. And trying to find somebody who looks even remotely like me in terms of skin tone, who actually reviews the foundation, actually says their shade, is tough. Because I've had people recommend other people, and there's a few people that are out there, I'm not saying like I'm the only one, but there's a few people that people have recommended. I'm like, yeah, but they always mix their foundations, or they never actually list or say what they're using, or anyways, it's just really tough. So I kind of guessed all of these foundations blind. So I picked up Giorgio Armani in the shade 8, and I think this looks pretty good actually, and I still need to try the powder. Oh, I think that's gonna be good. I think that's what I'm gonna wear today, because I feel like that's what's been requested the most on my channel, but I'm just gonna show you them all just if you're curious. So then the next one is the Laura Mercier, and this one is in the shade Almond. Oh, I think this is gonna be light. And I feel like the Giorgio Armani is oxidizing. It is, isn't it? Ah, it's too light, it's so pink. It's so pink on the back of my hand, okay? That will get exchanged. That Giorgio Armani is definitely oxidizing. Definitely. Okay. Not doing so well. It would have been so good. Maybe I'd do 7.5. And then this is Spice, shade 8 in the Complexion Rescue. And this looks like it's going to be too light too. Oh, look at that. I think that is too, it's too light, man. I mean, it might work. This is like a Pixie makeup removing cloth. And I know I'm kind of wiping away some of the primer that I put on. People get really mad when I use like white colored products. But anyways, I'm going to do the Giorgio Armani for now and I'll test it out. I think like it looks perfect when it goes on my skin. But then I think it oxidizes. Which is so unfortunate. I'm still loving this brush from Wet n Wild. It's really good. I totally underestimated it. Let me know what shade you are. I had a few people message me, but the thing is, it's really hard for me to tell because somebody messaged me and was like, oh, I'm your shade and I always wear 7.5, or I'm your shade and I always wear 8. So I'm still kind of guessing blind. Because it really depends on like your preference, your undertone could be a little bit different. Or you think I'm way darker than I am, or you think I'm way lighter. Just gonna break out the Too Faced concealer. And I don't know, I feel like my skin looks kind of textured. I feel like it should look good considering I have so much on my face, or maybe I just have too much on my face. That could also be the case. So I'm gonna use this Milk stick. I almost included this in my VIB sale recommendation. It actually feels better right now. I have a real love-hate relationship with it because if you haven't heard me talk about it before, the texture just does not glide on nicely, even though it doesn't like mess up my makeup when I put it on, oddly enough. You just really have to kind of drag it. This is an eBay Jessup brush. And then the smell, like I am smothering in this waxy smell right now, but I love the finish. It's really long lasting. I love the color on me. So bit of a love-hate. Like when I bought it from Sephora a little while back, I brought it home and immediately, like, because in the store it swatched on my hand really well, but I guess it's because it had been used so much. And then when I brought it home, it dragged on my skin so much and I was like, oh no, I have to return this, it sucks. And then I tried it on my face. I was like, oh, I actually really like it, even though it's such a struggle to use. But just then it actually drew on pretty nicely. And I have really been liking it. So just a heads up if you do go buy it and you're like, oh, Samantha, this smells like wax and it's so hard. I'm like, yeah, I told you, but it's good. And I mean, there's other cream contours that I have that aren't waxy and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. I like variety and I like trying new things. So I've gone ahead and set my under eyes, and to set my face, I picked up a product that was 100% influenced by YouTube, specifically Alyssa Ashley, and I watched, again, several reviews trying to figure out my shade. Still not totally sure if this is going to be my shade, but a lot of them were like, Alyssa Ashley said to buy this, so I did, and here I am adding to that mix. This is the Sephora Micro Smooth Baked Face Compact in the shade Tan 35. I was in between this and the next shade up, 40. So we'll see. I feel like this would make a great bronzer as well because, ooh, it's very powdery. A great bronzer as well, but let's see. But again, like, she has flawless skin, but maybe a part of it is because of this. And I love Sephora Collection. The only thing I really didn't like from them was their powder foundation, their mattifying powder foundation. I hated. I have a review on that. But otherwise, I really like a lot of their stuff. Good prices, really good shade ranges in terms of complexion, but also in their color products, they have really good shades. Like for lipsticks, there's a ton, blushes, like they always come out with a bunch of like shades in everything they do. So I don't know, I think it's totally underrated. This is a nice powder though. Yeah, this is a really nice powder. My skin, like, I think because I had so much glowy stuff on there, it was really highlighting every piece of texture on my skin. And my skin is like I said, not near as textured as it was, so I was a little bit scared. But now that I've set my face, I think you can see like there's still, it's not totally flat, but it looks smoother up close, and it feels mattified, and it looks more mattified, but it still has a little glow. I think I'm gonna enjoy this. I wouldn't mind trying a darker shade actually as a bronzer. I think that could be nice. Speaking of bronzer, just gonna use the Fenty bronzer in Caramel Cutie. It's the shade I've been liking, but I have also used the next shade down from it as well, I think. I like that too. And what was I gonna say? I don't love the brush, the bronzer brush, the Fenty one. It's just because it's just not, I feel like when I see them using it on the models and stuff, it makes sense. But when I go to use it on my face, because I'm not a makeup artist or a model, it just doesn't do what I want it to do. I like something a little bit denser. I feel like I don't have much control over it. For blush, I absolutely had you in mind. This is the Sephora Matte Perfection Blush Duo in Snapdragon. Now, there was a shade of this that was like a rusty terracotta and like a corally kind of shade, and I was like, that's what I want. But you guys are gonna be like, Samantha, get your act together. You don't need 4,000 peach blushes. So thank you for coming to me like that. I feel like this is a little different anyways. I mean, it's still kind of, I guess it's like a pinky coral, and then it's got like this deeper shade here. So you could use them separately. I'm gonna smush them together. These look super pigmented. Ooh, very, very pigmented. This brush is a little bit dense. This is a Guerlain brush. That's very deep. I mean, very, very pigmented. I like this color combination. These are nice blushes. Recommend. There's about 5 or 6 shades, I think, and it's fully matte. And like I said, this one is a modern blush duo with creamy texture, soft matte finish. Very pigmented though. Okay, I'm just gonna go put on some mascara and brow gel. I don't think I'm really doing anything. I almost always buy an eyeshadow palette during VIB sales because I feel like I should, like I have to in a way. And I was like, I don't need to do that. So I did. Okay, so to highlight, I didn't buy a new highlighter, but I was sent this from Marc Jacobs. It is the Instant Blurring Powder. Technically this is a setting powder, but they did send me a shade that was a little too light. So this is shade 52. I think 54 is going to be the shade I use on my face, but I figured I would try this as a highlighter because it's like a satiny finish, and I'm already quite glowy, and I don't need a ton more glow. So I think that looks kind of nice and natural. It's hard to say, like I did have quite a bit of glow already on my face, but I think it's definitely adding something. I don't know if I'd be able to use this as a setting powder, if I can use it as a highlight. So then for lips, I bought 2 different products. The first, again, Sephora Collection. This is the Rouge Lacquer. This one is in the shade, it's not your baby. It's not your baby, that's what I was gonna say. And these looked really nice, and Temptalia had swatches up. They looked gorgeous. So I figured I would try it. So let's try on, am I recording? Yeah. Let's try this shade. Oh yeah. I tried to go for something a little more pink over peachy because I do a lot of peaches. I actually wanted to go more mauve, but I couldn't find one that looked suitable. Really comfortable, glossy, nice amount of pigmentation. I can imagine that these are not going to stick around for a very long time in terms of wear time, especially lighter shades. If you blot it, wear a lip liner, but also very easy to touch up. Feels very, very comfortable. I love the way it looks, so I will have to keep testing this out, but really pretty, and again, a great price, really nice selection of shades too that are in there. And then I honestly kind of thought I took this out of my cart. This has been around for a while, and I'm gonna need scissors for this, I think. But it's like $35 Canadian. I thought it was a good time to try the Mini Matte Trans. I mean, the lipstick in here that intrigued me the most, these are from Pat McGrath, I didn't say that, is the 1994 shade. And I was like, well, maybe I should just buy the single 1994 lipstick. But a single of these full-size lipsticks is 50 something bucks, and then this was like 35 for 3, which you might be getting less product. I honestly did not look. I ripped it open with my teeth, I'm sorry. But I want to try these all on, and they're so adorable. I have tried one Pat McGrath product before, which is a lip liner, which I unfortunately bought in a shade I didn't end up loving, so I haven't really worn it. But let's try these all on. Okay, this is Flesh number 3. The thing I hate about mini lipsticks is like, oh my god, it's so small. The thing I hate about mini lipsticks is I feel like they're going to break. Oh. Ooh, that's a nice formula. Wow, it glides on so easily, but it's super pigmented, but it's also matte. So this is the shade Flesh 3, and I like this, but I don't know, I like it. I don't love it. It's the kind of lipstick that I want to put just a little something lighter in the center to lighten it up, but I do think it's really pretty. Formula feels amazing. Let's try Omi, O-M-I, like that guy who sang that cheerleader song. Remember that song? I still love it. I love that song so much. Hold on. The cheerleader, like, ooh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. When that was on, I worked in radio, and I said to my boss, I'm like, that's an amazing song, that's gonna be song of the summer. And he was like, I don't know, and it was. But then, ooh, I love this color. Like, I love the song. But Nems was working away, and I went to drop him off at the airport, and I was driving home trying not to cry, and I think the drive home from the airport was like 15 minutes or something. This is when I lived in Newfoundland, and I played that song over and over and over, singing it on blast to make myself not cry. I don't know if that's sad or funny or a combination, but this is a really good shade, and with no lip liner, it's like just light enough, so definitely like that. And then lastly, this is the one that intrigued me the most, 1995. Did I say 1993? That might be the Urban Decay one. The texture is so unique. So this one I think is really pretty too. Probably could use a lip liner with this guy, but really pretty shade. I definitely like the second two more than I like the first, but I feel like if you're looking to dabble in Pat McGrath, it's a really nice way to do it because you're getting 3 different shades. It's 35 bucks, I think it is Canadian, so even better deal if you're American, and the formula feels really, really interesting. I would say they're like matte, but have a little bit of slip to them when you rub them around your lips. Really, really interesting formula. So I'm gonna need to test them out a little bit more for wear time, but right off the bat with shades and packaging, I think they look super sleek. So that is everything that I picked up during the sale. Let me know what you'd like to know more about, and let me know your shades in those products that I mentioned, the foundation products, because I am gonna need to match myself. I mean, I'm gonna need to go into store anyways, but it's always good to go in with a little bit of knowledge, because when I tried to go in and match myself, those kind of seemed like they'd be the right, like I was kind of doing it in a rush, and then I did a bunch of research online, and obviously it didn't work out. But I think shade 8 for the Luminous Silk Foundation actually will be good. And again, I will do reviews. So in terms of wear time and everything, honestly, I'm probably not going to wear this makeup for super long today, but I will continue testing it out for dedicated reviews so that you can see them in action with the before and after, flash photo test, all that good stuff. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. No! I was trying to mix them together, my lipsticks, and it is a really nice combination. I dropped the darker one. Why me? I mean, I'm still gonna use it, obviously.